Do you know the difference between a fantasy and a desire? If you don't know me, hi, I'm Angela, the Christian Sexpert. I talk all about sex and intimacy in Christian marriage. So a fantasy is something that you think about only in your head, right? These are the things that you use your imagination for. These are not things that you would ever actually want to happen in real life. So maybe you fantasize about a tall, dark, handsome pirate sweeping you off your feet, stealing you away to, that's my oven, stealing you away to his ship where he ravages you for days and keeps you in his bedroom, and you're not allowed to see any of the other pirates because they would want you for themselves. All right, so let's look at the elements of that fantasy, because we're going to use the elements of the fantasy to inform what our desires are, because desires are things that you do actually want to have happen in real life and want to do with your partner, right? So like, nobody wants to be stolen away to a pirate ship in real life, right? Like, you want to continue living at home with your husband. But what are the elements of the fantasy that can inform the desire? All right, so you have being so desirable that somebody's willing to break the law and defend you against other people. You have a loss of control, an element of not having to make the decisions, right? So maybe you want to experiment with a loss of control and not making the decisions when you're getting spicy with your husband. So using something like a sex journal to write out your fantasies can then help you do the self-reflection to really stop and see what are the thematic elements that continue to pop up in my fantasies. And then you can use that to have conversations with your spouse about, these are the elements that keep popping up in my fantasies. How can we make these happen in bed with the two of us? You can use something like my marriage playdate for inspiration to draw from, using the elements that you discover in your fantasies. The marriage playdate is a list of over 500 spicy activities, and you can use that to say, you know what, this really fits in with this fantasy turned desire. Let's give this one a try. As always, go have good sex.